Good morning, folks. Welcome to my corner of YouTube. This is my channel, Divine Hippie 2222. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm doing my Something Different Oracle card reading. So again, I am I'm following my guidance, and the Six of Swords, no. The Six of Wands energy is continuing to grow and develop. And part of that is for, like I said last week, the love reading, for working with the universe, for working with God, and knowing that there's divine timing when these individuals will make their presence known to us. So I want to allow for timing for these individuals to be able to be made known to me. So anyways, enough about that. So again, I'm going to be using a new deck that I got. The Lightworker Oracle Guidebook by Alana Fairchild. So the link will be below in the description box. And I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards like I did last week, because this is a new deck. And so I want to be able to honor the message properly. And this is the first time that I'm using this deck. So, all right, let's get to the message. The first card, 13, trust in the plan, divine timing. Trust in God, trust in our higher power, our higher source. And the second card, third ray of creative intelligence. God, I love this deck. So when I bought this deck, my Kuan Yin deck is by Alana Fairchild. And so I was at a store with a friend, and she and I were looking for new decks. And I fell in love with the artwork and with the titles of these decks. And then the bonus was when I saw that they were by Alana Fairchild, I was like, oh, yay. Trust in the plan. And then the third card is 11. 1111. Messages in the numbers. So 3 master numbers present. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get to the message. I'm going to rearrange these in numerical order and read them in numerical order. So the first one is third ray of creative intelligence, number 3. The third ray of creative intelligence brings the gifts of practical spirituality and develops the talent for grounding inspired creativity into the world. It empowers our manifestation. This ray brings many gifts, including new ideas and practical support needed to bring them to life. The ability to organize, make connections and network and synthesize information from various sources into one coherent whole. Archangel Shamuel helps us receive this gift from the universe with love and intelligence. So, new ideas, practical support, organization, making connections and networking to synthesize all of this information from various sources into one coherent whole. So we're receiving all of this information from different sources. The third ray of creative intelligence brings the gift of practical spirituality and develops the talent for grounding inspired creativity into the world. By getting grounded, look, she's sitting on the ground. By becoming grounded, and by asking the earth, by putting, look, her hands are on the earth. So by putting our request, our intentions, our manifestations, by giving them to the earth puts it out into the world. We are also putting it out into the world by putting it into the earth. By putting it into the earth, it empowers our manifestations. And this brings many gifts, including new ideas, practical support, organization, connections, networks, that will allow us to synthesize and bring all of this information together from these various sources to into one coherent whole. And we have the aid and the assistance of Archangel Shamuel. He's guiding us with love, with his love and with his intelligence. That's powerful. Okay, message 11. The universe is speaking to us through numbers. From 1111 on our phone to the repeating number patterns that catch our eye, information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into our cellular awareness. We may feel energetic healing as we receive these transmissions of number frequencies. So the universe is talking to us through numbers, providing us healing energy and intelligence through numbers. So for me, yes, repetitive numbers, meaning 1111, are also messages. However, for me, it's not just master numbers. It is repetitive numbers in any order for me. So the universe, like last night, I was going to bed, and as I was getting in bed, my clock read 9:09. Repetitive numbers, 2 9s, even though the clock can't read 999, if that makes sense. So numbers that we see at the grocery store for our total, numbers that we see at the gas station for our total, for our purchases, for the time, numbers, repeating numbers that catch our eye. That's when information is being transmitted from the universe. From the creative intelligence, from God, from the universe, from spirit, from source, from Mother Earth. The universe is speaking to us through numbers. From 1111 on our phone to the repeating number patterns that catch our eye, information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into our cellular awareness. We will feel energetic healing as we receive these transmissions of number frequencies. So from this card alone, we are achieving mastery in identifying and honoring the repetitive numbers and the communication that God is providing us with. Because think about it. Not many people hear God's voice. That is for a very select few, like St. Paul. And a few other saints and apostles that were honored and blessed to hear, to physically hear the voice of God. So God speaks to us, the universe speaks to us in ways outside of audible communication. And we are receiving numbers, we're receiving messages. Okay, so one of the quotes that I posted today in my morning message, and this stood out for me a long time ago. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. 4-3-2. 2-3-4 backwards, right? And be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, just as God also forgave us in Christ. Well, that passage stuck out to me when I read it originally a while ago. I don't remember the date that I read it the first time, but it was probably at least a year and a half ago. But 4-3-2, verse 4, chapter 4, verse 32, 4-3-2. So it doesn't matter if it's in our Bible reading, if it's in a book where we are just developing our knowledge and our skills, the page number, the time, like I said, the total for our purchases, numbers we see on billboards as we commute and go about our day, things of that nature. That's how the universe is speaking to us. And in this card, the universe is honoring our mastery level of honoring and acknowledging the messages. And if we're just beginning, then this is the universe saying this is the beginning of us mastering this level. Then, 13, trust in the plan. In preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although we may feel out of control during such times, we do not need to we do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose our own sense of order upon the greater plan. We do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in our life. Have faith. All is well. It's very easy for us to feel like, oh my goodness, things are falling apart. What did we do wrong? What did we miss? How did we neglect a step in gluing, in allowing all of this to fall apart? Like, what glue piece did we miss for all of this to fall apart? No. This is God. I mean, let's honor the image in the picture. That's as close to what I think God would appear to look like. He created the universe. He created the heavens and the earth from his imagination and from his words. We are creating our visions from our manifestations by giving them to the earth, by putting our visions and our words into the earth, into the ground. This is the first step. Then confirmation of our visions occurring will be received in number messages. And then we're being asked to just let go, to rest and relax and trust. I'm getting goosebumps all over my legs. God has it. God has it. I have to look up the verse, and it may be several verses. Something to the effect of our faith being, if our faith were even larger than a mustard seed, and a mustard seed is teeny, 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 tiny, and we would know that we were capable, that we are capable of moving mountains. We are capable of so much beyond the scope of what we see. Look at the imagery on that card. The power of our mind, the power of our faith is greater than everything on this earth. Look, it's higher on the card. So just trust. The first step is becoming grounded, even more grounded, connecting with the earth physically, putting our pockets on the ground. And asking the earth. That's a way of communicating with God. He created the earth. He created the stars, the heavens, space, everything. So connecting with his creations is connecting with God. Butterflies will also be a confirmation, as well as number patterns, repetitive numbers. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, look, there are cracks all in her body. The spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although we may feel out of control during such times, this message means something to me that I'm going to embrace, and that's where my emotions are coming from. And I realize this is card number 3, and I realize I'm reading the message for 13. But the image of the cracks in the individual are the focus of what I'm pointing out from card 3 to the message of card 13. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. My emotions were out of control in that moment. Although we may feel out of control during such times, we do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose our own sense of order upon the greater plan. We do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in our life. Have faith. All is well. So, connect with the earth. By doing so, we connect with God. We literally connect with the universe, with spirit, with source, with Mother Earth. That will provide us with creative intelligence as well. We will receive epiphanies by connecting and by becoming grounded on a greater level. And what I'm getting from this, it's important to touch the earth with our hands. Energy workers, Reiki people, hands are portals. Our entire body is a vessel, but hands are portals as well. There are other portals in our bodies, correct? But hands are the main portal. So sit on the ground. That's the first step in achieving the connection to God. And secondly, touch the ground while we're praying, while we're connecting, while we are asking while we are giving the ground our manifestations, while we're giving God, asking Him for our vision. Because whatever we ask for, we will receive. I got to put that quote in there too. Whatever we ask for, we will receive. So the universe, God, is asking us to connect to Him, with it, and to pray and to give our manifestations and our visions to Him through the ground, while grounding ourselves. It's a way of God and the universe connecting with us directly. And then these are indirect communications. Butterflies will be confirmation. Butterflies are also transformation. So our visions are transforming, as well as us receiving indirect communication from God, from the universe, that our visions our manifestations, our prayers have been received and have been answered. And healing will come about from these number messages. 25, on the clock. Repetitive numbers. I was watching the clock and I was going to start spouting off numbers. It doesn't matter. The repetitive numbers mean something to you. Connecting with your intuition, connecting with our intuition will provide us with those messages of healing and empowerment. And then when we feel like everything is falling apart, if we find ourselves in this emotion of grief and confusion and sadness, possibly despair, we have done 0 things wrong. This is just confirmation that God hears us. That the universe sees us. And that our prayers are being answered. They have already been answered. It just takes time. And it's on His timing, not ours. And the card at the bottom of the deck, Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency. Okay, card number 32. It is time. It is time our life became easier. It is time for us to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. We do not have to try to make things happen. We can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender our struggles now as we allow life to serve us with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of our energy and will lead to the best results. So, giving up control, giving up resistance, and allowing ourselves to receive. That's very difficult for me. The law of efficiency. I didn't dog ear the page, sorry. This is the most efficient use of our energy and will lead to the best results of our manifestations. That's beautiful, folks. So connect with the earth. However this resonates for you, it will bring about transformation, or you have already connected with the earth, and that was the beginning of the transformation. However this resonates for you. Butterflies are confirmation. Repetitive numbers are confirmation. Trusting. We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't make less than desirable choices. And allow things to... We can gracefully act without attachment, so we can observe and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender our struggles. Surrender our struggles to the universe. And allow life to serve us with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of our energy and will lead to the best results. This is beautiful, folks. So I'd love to say, if you want to know more about this, my email address is below. However, in this case, you're welcome to reach out to me. I would be honored to assist you. But the message that I'm receiving is all of our paths are different. So however this resonates for you. Now, if you're starting on your path and you're unsure as to what this means, then please feel free to reach out. Just ask me a question. You're welcome to email me with just questions. If you'd like a reading, my readings are $80. There's no time limit. It takes as long as it takes for the message to come out. So if you would like to know more about how to develop your manifestations, reach out. I would be honored to assist you. Trusting in the plan. Allowing ourselves to receive love and kindness. This is beautiful, folks. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye.